So this little morning walk here will be on why you should consider moving your OMAD meal to the mornings. Now, I've said before, and I'll link to the video about your OMAD time is your choosing, and it should be based around your life needs. But I have been contacted by more and more people who find that what they end up doing in the long game is moving their meal to the morning, and they do so for a few chief reasons, and I'm going to discuss them here. One, you are far less hungry in the morning and therefore more in control when it comes to your mealtime. If you think that this is some sort of a soft sell and that it's not that big a deal, consider how many times you have failed in the past. And for those of you who have failed on OMAD a lot, you need to hear my words loud and clear on this. This may be the best move for you, because if you are consistently running into problems where you're eating too much, or you're going out and you're binging and you're eating junk food at the meal, and you're not establishing your meal as something that is actually helping your life and your body, then you need to hear me. It may make the most sense to eat in the morning, if for no other reason than for that reason alone. You eat more sensibly when you eat in the morning. You eat with more sense of control. You eat without the social pressures that you would otherwise have. And you give your body the opportunity to burn off everything you've eaten, so that if you do manage to overeat somehow, you stretch your window out a little bit too long, you have the entire day to work on it. Add to that, you sleep better. And I'm getting a lot of people who do sleep better when they don't go eat and then go to bed, because they have weird dreams. If you're like me, I have all sorts of weird dreams. If I eat within 4 hours of going to bed, it'll just be a funky sleep. So don't fool with that at all. Instead, optimize by eating in the morning. I have moved my meal daily to 10:30 a.m. and I've started getting up earlier. So I eat about 2 hours after I get up. Get up at 8:30 nowadays, right around there, sometimes a little earlier, and then go back. And I used to work nights like many of you, so I know exactly how that is. Your morning, quote morning, will be whatever your schedule dictates. So you can do this if you're getting up and working a 10 or 11 p.m. shift, for those of you who are shift workers. When I started OMAD, I was still a nights manager, so I was fat and getting up, and I would eat and then go to work at 11 p.m. and pull through the rest of my shift. So you can absolutely do it, and your body will adjust. But these tips are to consider a life hack. When you're starting to notice problems, friends, when you're starting to run into obstacles that you can't seem to manage, then it's time for the change. It's time to shift up what you're doing. Don't keep doing it and assume that things are going to change. If you're constantly failing because you're too hungry or you're too famished or you need to make a change either in the content of what you eat or the timing of what you eat to your plan. And this will enable you to succeed. And then, of course, ultimately, you're going to have to marry that to you don't have an obligation. You have to succeed. Otherwise, you're going to be a fat statistic. And I get contacted by people at the end of the day who are just crazy because they don't know why it's so hard. And, of course, if it were easy, everyone would do it. I don't know how many times I've said that on this channel. But you can't succeed. You can't succeed if you're not in the mindset that this will involve sacrifice. All things that are worth doing well, and they involve sacrifice. So that's it for this morning.